Hi, my name is Robert Tinajero. I'm assistant professor of English and Rhetoric at UNT Dallas. I'm originally from El Paso, Texas, but I've lived in the Dallas area about 10 years now. I've been here at UNTD for about 3 years. And so I'd like to introduce you to my wife, Chealsie Sanchez, who's assistant principal at Trinidad Garza Early College High School in Dallas.
I'm excited to be here and help you share your story. Okay, so tell me what it was like growing up in a predominantly Latino city in El Paso.
Well, growing up, I didn't really think about it much because that's just where I grew up. So people that don't know El Paso is about 80 or 85% Latino, mainly Mexican American. We're right on the border of Juarez and El Paso. And so I grew up just having Latinos, Latinas all around me, right? Everybody, the artists, the musicians, the athletes, the teachers, the doctors, the lawyers, you name it, everybody was Latino for the most part. And so I didn't grow up really thinking about it because everyone around me looked like me, was similar to me, heard tons of Spanish growing up. And then it wasn't until I moved to school in Sherman, Texas, which is just north of Dallas, when I graduated high school. That's when I started kind of thinking more about diversity and the fact that, right, obviously the whole world around me isn't all Latino. And so I was surrounded by, white people, black people, Asians, something that I hadn't really experienced before then.
Tell me about what your experiences have been as a Latino professor at the different universities that you've worked at.
I really thought about it when I started my first full-time teaching job as a professor at Tarrant County College in the South Campus. I started to embrace, I don't know if I'm a role model, but I started to embrace really liking being a Latino professor in front of students that were Latino, so I could kind of serve as a role model, but then also students that weren't Latino, so they could see that, yes, there are Latino professors, there are Latinos, Latinas getting Ph.D s, and so I really liked that. And then when I got a job at Quinn College, which is an HBCU, once again, probably about 70% black students, so I like them seeing a Latino professor, and then the other 20 to 30% of the students there are Hispanic. So once again, I liked for them to see a Latino professor in front of them and being able to connect to them with culture. And then now at UNTD, kind of the same thing. There's a lot of Latino students, and so I think it's important for students to see, Latinos and Latinas that have gone to school, gone to graduate school, in my case, got a PhD, and kind of serve as a bit of a role model for them.